Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo choo to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. Let's get back to it. This is a whole ass another day. I hope I'm almost uploaded everything. Last I recall, and I watched some of these, we put Torque has had me a stake that one guy, Vincent. And he's going to sit there, and now we have to worry about the outcome of that, but I don't think it's going to be too big a deal. We're going to, take that as it is and move on with our lives. And, I'm more like, I like Torque. He seems like a good guy. Not just because he looks like Snoop Dogg and has a kick-ass fashion sense and is, like, straight, mostly. Like, he seems like very a straight shooter, but I got a good vibe from him. Mia, not so much, but she's loyal, and I respect that. Anyway, I count on it not coming to that, though. You seem likable enough. The cam hasn't gotten its talents into you yet. Keep it up, and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time. See, he's like, I know you're a cammie. I know you came here under false pretenses. I called you out on it. You admitted it. That pissed off my second in command. I don't really like that, but I get it. You're doing your job. You're doing what you're told. This guy beat the crap out of you. You beat the crap out of him. I kind of gave you first dibs on it. You could have said, nah, that's not my problem. But it is, because you kind of brought him here. But you were straight. You told my second in command that you got beat the crap out of just yesterday. And you weren't sure, you tried not to get followed. They still found you anyway. They probably were waiting. They probably didn't even fucking follow you. They're probably just hanging out, waiting for you to show up, That's it. And you did. So there we are. It doesn't matter how much you try to lose them, they were already waiting. And hopefully there's just the one, but probably not. But we know that, and we know that there's probably people on, them going on the way back, but you know what? This could have gone worse. Hopefully you'll see that Camaria ain't got much for you, and we're more, almost nothing about us, but maybe we got something for you if you don't suck. I'll repeat your conditions to Sophie. I doubt it. It's dangerous being an anarch. I'll wait and see. The only real good answer here is I'll wait and see, I think. I'll repeat your conditions to Sophie is like, I'm a good little lackey. I don't want to say I doubt it. It's dangerous being an anarch. Sure, it's dangerous being a fucking vampire, dude. It's dangerous. They could have finished you last night if they wanted to. Vincent was like, I should have, But he was still, again, he's just a guy doing his job. Like, I'm annoyed and mad, and it's nice to give him a good rock kicking, and I don't mind seeing him getting staked and taken underground or whatever, but, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he works for a bad guy. I don't think he's smart enough to really be too bad a guy. I think he just does what he's told and gets paid. And, just like I work for Sophie. I didn't choose to work for Sophie. Not really. Same could have happened to him. Same could have happened to every one of these motherfuckers. I ain't know. So I'll just say, I'll wait and see. Because, I'm not going to be Sophie's lapdog, but I will deliver the message. I might. If there's even an anarch movement in this... Okay, that's not... Why you gotta be like that, me? Why you gotta be like that? That is not... I guess he took to heart the whole thing with it's like, oh yeah, but the Second Inquisition came in and fucked shit up! And, Callahan... I don't feel like that was the right move now. Damn it. Don't you worry none. Cam only seems like a stable monolith. Wait until they get bored of Panhard's role. Sophie is. That's what this whole thing's about. I don't think you're happy with it. Oh wait, no, Panhard's the no, Callahan's the guy. I was thinking of no, Panhard's the prince. Princes come and go. It's very rare for a prince to stay too long. That's why I was like so mad at fucking Kadir. He's like, oh, I had greater ambitions. It's like, what, to be a prince? You're a great sheriff. Do what you're good at, bro. I don't think you'd be a great prince. Princes come and go. Sheriffs often stay. Like, at least that's my understanding. Or if they don't stay, it's like, well, you're not going to kill me, and I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye. Let me tell you, nothing quite like nothing quite as frantic and amusing as well-dressed rats scurrying over one another to call themselves the prince of the pile, even if for a moment. Exactly. This guy gets it. Not a big fan of your name. I like you, though. You know, like, that's what happens. There's a moment of weakness, somebody makes a move, they leave themselves open, it creates turmoil, blame. It's like Game of fucking Thrones. It's, you know, I didn't watch the series, but, like, I get, like, I know how that sort of thing works. It's just, you know, they're killing each other, their friends, their family, their allies, their enemies. They come out of the woodwork. They form alliances and armies and blah 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 blah. Just because they think maybe if they become prince, it'll somehow make them bulletproof, and that is not how that works. Best be on your way. Ask me here when you need. Ask for me here when you need me. Bartender knows how to get in touch. Just ask him to put the owner on the line. Seems. See, this guy, straight shooter. If he wanted me dead or fucked up, he could have. Instead, he let me have first crack at the guy who beat me up. I feel like if I'd said no, that would have been a different thing. And he would have been fine with it either way. But I think it was nice that he gave me the opportunity, even if I couldn't stake the guy. Like, staking him and being done, he's like, nah, I want to see what you're made out of, or maybe that's just not a thing I had the power to do because I'm still hungry. But the fact that he's just like... He's... Hopefully... I'm pretty sure I did my thing for Sophie. He should be willing to meet, like, I had to take the risk against Callahan, knowing this. I admitted that was a possibility as a risk. They watched. I think I made the right sequence of choices for this. I think this one's a little more complicated, or maybe I'm just reading too much into it because I want to give more thought. I want to give more kudos to the game than it maybe deserves. Mia walks you to the door and accompanies you to your car. Again, which might be filled with like 5 things of differently placed plastique C4 explosives. In all honesty, I'd be like, you should probably like get away from my car before I start it, because it could literally blow up. Like, I have no idea. I have pissed off people. Listen, about what I said before, save it. Yeah, what about it? I hope you're about to apologize. I'm just gonna say, yeah, what about it? I don't expect an apology, nor do I expect her to save it. I'm not mad at her. I just like, sure, say what you gotta say. Yeah, what about it? I panicked. That's all it was. It was unfair what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself, and that makes me angry with you. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that sort of level of self-reflection and understanding from you. I still don't really know what your clan is, but I would assume Brujah based on your looks, your survival, your passion. Brujahs are known to, you know, passion in a different way than Toreador. The fact that you've kind of come back from that and seen how, like, nah, I kicked the shit out of that guy, because fuck that guy. Then you staked him. I told the truth. I said I was sorry, as well as, I mean, I can say sorry as much as they let me. You know, it's like, I didn't come here just for that. I came here, like, that's where I was told I had to be here. But honestly, you guys got some points, and then I was like, wow, I can't believe you even said that there might be some place for me here, even after, like, after all this. Like, that's already you saying a lot. But the fact that you're that self-aware already and like walked me to my car and apologized kinda-ish, just the same way, admitted that you're like, no, I got angry, you know? You recognize in some way it's your fault and you're angry with yourself and that you lash out, and no, that's, man, yeah, no, that actually seems real fair. Forget it. That's also very, yeah, no, that makes sense. See ya. Nah, I wanted to say something, but I don't have the power, so. She starts walking back, to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you for what news you might bring. I'm sure she needs the good news, and she has nothing but bad news for me. Like, I'm just gonna bet money, like, that, you know, I don't want to spend money in the game, but I would bet she's like, oh, I really need some good news. Also, by the way, this is happening, and it's terrible. Good evening, Tobias. How's your task going? You have something for me, perhaps? Yeah, that's very, like, veiled words for please have good news. I did what you asked. It's done, but it cost me dearly. Cost me dearly? What? I got beat the crap out of, and I'm hungry, but I'm okay. Like, I'd be like, hey, you got something for me to drink real quick so I could be all good, but it's done, but there'll be trouble. I did what you asked. It's done, but there'll be trouble makes the most sense. It definitely didn't cost me dearly. I do feel like there'll be trouble. But from Callahan. I did what you asked. The meeting is set up. I suggest we take advantage of it quickly, though. There's going to be trouble. That seems like a good report. Trouble? What trouble? Madam, Torque doesn't trust you. Caliban forbade me from meeting Torque. Callahan goon threatened Torque. That seems pretty par for the course. But that actually means that he was there. Callahan forbade me from meeting Torque is one thing, but I did it anyway. But his goon actually showed up. I'm gonna go with this one because that sort of indicates that this one says that I shouldn't have gone, but I did, but doesn't indicate that worse things happen. This one indicates that this happened. Maybe I was involved or maybe I wasn't, but this is definitely like Callahan's aware and stuff. So let's just go with that. During my meeting with Torque, the same guy who beat me yesterday, Vince, showed up. He's Callahan's goon. We have to assume he knows that I met Torque. We have to assume that he met? What are you talking about? What? Okay, so I'm guessing there's other alternative ways this could have played out where I was aware of this that I didn't see from here because this doesn't make sense. We have to assume he knows that I met Torque. Like maybe I was in the general area and he threatened Callahan, or he threatened Torque, but he didn't see us together. Just like I was close, like maybe if I'd shown up earlier, he wouldn't have been there, and he would have catch me leaving or something, and I would have sort of snuck around or something. I don't know. That's, again, I'm so sorry for the people who made this, that it requires you to make different versions of the thing, that you would need to write slightly different but very similar dialogue options that actually apply to the different things. Yes, it's a web, You know, what was it? What was it? I'm a big fan of D20 and LA by Nights. And I'm gonna like gush a bit over Erika Ishii because she's amazing. And I just started following her on Twitter, even though I don't really Twitter much. I really don't, but I had it for some stupid reason or something, just to follow some of the celebs I like or whatever. And I didn't realize I wasn't already following her. I thought I was, but apparently I wasn't. So I was like, oh, click, boop, and you know, the thing that I saw on her thing was like a video, like a little edited cut thing, scene of things that she's in, and I had no idea, and it made me feel terrible because it's like, oh, I've seen some of those, and I honestly didn't know it was you, and I feel bad now because I really like you and all the things you do, and I have seen some of them, like, one of them was Marvel's Avengers, and it's like, I think I was like, I feel like I recognize your voice, but you're this small side character and I'm not getting it and I'm just gonna move on with my life, you know. And you know, she's been in other stuff. I think one of them was a Love, Death and Robots thing where she's the fighter, which is one of my favorite. As much as I love everything in that series, that was one of my favorites because I was like, oh, I totally see this. I know. Oh, that's dope. And I don't think I even knew about her at that point, or if I did, it was like from LA by Nights, and I just didn't know that, you know. And she's in a whole bunch of other stuff, and I was like, holy crap, I don't know. I didn't know about all that, and it's mostly because I don't know about all that because I don't play or watch or whatever those other things. But there was another couple, and I was like, damn. What was my fucking point here? Shiite Muslim. I had a point here. It had something to do with how much I love Erika Ishii. I started following her on Twitter. Damn it. I'm gonna have to like go back to actually listen to it. Fuck, because I actually feel like I had a point here, and I have tiredly and ADHD'd myself away from it. And I feel like it actually matters, or it might mean something. So I'm gonna stop and try to like figure out. I'm gonna come back because I was going down a rabbit trail, a little rabbit hole, and I feel like it meant something. So I'm gonna go back.